Fresh killer.
What up, tribe? It's your boy Rob Reporter here, and I wanted to touch bases with you all. I just want to tell a story, and then I just want to ask you all a question. Okay, so please be ready to participate. All right, in the comment section below. So I went out on Friday. It's a big thing, right? No, I went out, but not only did I go out, I went out to the city. The city being San Francisco. I am from Oakland. If you are like me from Oakland, you grew up in Oakland, your world is the East Bay. It's very rare that you cross that bridge, right? But I did. I crossed that bridge and I went over to San Francisco to hang out. I was kicking it with my cousin, right? Hanging out with my cousin in Japantown. It was good. Like it was a good look, catching up. Hadn't seen my cousin in a while. Everything all good. Bam. And time goes on. You had to work the next day. We go our separate ways, and I'm ready to go home. Okay, because getting kind of up there in age, and just my rest is very essential. Okay, follow me now. I get a phone call. I get a phone call from my friend that went to undergrad with me. Says she's in town. She has one of those jobs where they fly her from she's based in Houston. They fly her out to the Bay Area, sometimes to Chicago, whatever. This particular, and then like they pay for her hotel wherever she goes, right? So this particular situation, she's in a Bay, bam. She hits me, let's hang, right? Oh no, she wasn't like, let's hang. She was like, I'm hungry, but wanted to hang as well, right? I didn't really want to do it, but to be real with you, but I'm like, okay, here we go in San Francisco. I feel very country when I go to San Francisco. It's just like a lot of people congested and a lot of one ways and just, all the big city things apply. I'm from Oakland, which we call the town for people that don't know, right? So I'm very town in nature. I don't like to hang out in the city for extended periods of time, but here I am. Well, my homies call, shout out Tupac, bam. So the homie called and I'm like, okay, whatever, she's hungry. She wants a chicken sandwich from this particular establishment, right? She's like, oh, it's really cool. We could go there. They got a pool table, this, that, the other. I was like, damn, I ain't shot pool since way before the pandemic even started. And it sounds a bit enticing, right? She orders in the car, right? She orders on the phone in the car. She ordered like this fried chicken sandwich and it was like a macaroni ball or something, fried macaroni ball. I don't know. I was looking forward to tasting it, but I never would. More on that a little bit later. Okay, follow me. You still with me? Okay, good. If you're still with me, go ahead, press that like button right now if you are still with me. So find a park, bam, go in front of the spot, and it's a brother there, at the door. And the brother he's taking a call and he's addressing us. And he says, ID and Vax card. And I said, what? Oh, ID? I'm programmed, right? Like I've been over 21 for a long time. Bam, ID and Vax card. He get real like sassy, you know what I mean? Like you get real extra. And then I finally process, oh, San Francisco, these bars, you have to be vaccinated to get inside the bar. My friend takes out her vaccination paperwork, whatever. I'm like, I don't have that. Go a few videos back, you'll know it's not that I left it at home. It's that I have not yet received the vaccination shot or the booster for that matter. So at any rate, I'm like, oh snap. I've never been denied entry into a bar for any reason other than when I was 19 and 20 and, trying to be mannish, right? But I'm like, yo. And so she's starving. She goes in to get her. So I'm like, you want my card? I don't even know how to navigate this. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. She goes in and she's like, oh, nah, it's all good. I got it, right? Okay, whatever. She goes in, get it. She was just like, they ran out of the macaroni ball thing, and they could have got me something else, but I didn't want to keep you out here waiting. Meanwhile, the gentleman who was in front, he's whatever. I don't even want to get into that. So I'm just like, wow, like, whoa, okay. My brain is like, I'm trying to process what is now happening and the ramifications of what just happened in the sense that it's going to happen a lot more, right? I'm going to be in that ostracized society, and this is my first taste of it. And speaking of taste, so we have to eat in the car. Needless to say, we don't shoot pool and we don't hang out and there's no drinks and there's like none of that stuff because I can't get in. And I just want to say, before she came out, there were moments I was staring in the window. I was staring in the window and I was seeing the people in there and carefree, living like it was 2019, no mask on in the whole place. And I said, whoa. I said, it made me bitter. And I'm there and I'm listening to this guy. He's on his other call talking about how he got his driver's license suspended due to child support. And I'm thinking about the symbolism of this Black man denying me entry. There were no African Americans inside the establishment. I don't want to get too racial. San Francisco's like 5 or 6% Black. So, it happens. But the only Black person on the payroll, the only Black person in that whole space was the person that is just like the doorkeeper that kept me out. And I just felt very like, it felt very eerie. It felt very strange. Like, this shouldn't be happening. There was embarrassment and rage and shock and all of those things. Wow, okay. But I'm trying to get used to it. I'm trying to tell myself, like, get used to it. This is the decision that you made. We're in the car. We're in the car because we have to eat in the car once again. And, this woman is tearing this segregated sandwich up. I mean, she is just devouring this apartheid chicken. And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't spend my money there, but I don't have, we kind of catching up and everything like that. It's cool, it's chill, but I was just very dismayed. And it had me thinking about the booster shot and how I understand the counter arguments. I do have the hepatitis B vaccine and smallpox and chickenpox and all that stuff. But there's something about this particular vaccine. It just seems like maybe they should wait for the mandate until they find something that lasts longer than 8 months. I just have questions. I can't turn my critical consciousness off in order to appease half of the society or the government. I just can't. I mean, just little things, guys, little things like it's gotten FDA approval now. The Pfizer vaccine's gotten FDA approval for 16 and up. But, when the thing first came out, they were giving it to kids 12 and up. What happened between kids from 12 to 16 when they had to raise that? I don't know. I just have a lot of questions. And I feel like they're just really rushing this. I just felt as I was sitting there eating, or I wasn't eating in my car because I didn't want any of it. And they didn't have the fried macaroni ball, whatever. But I just felt like I felt like I was in one of the stories that my grandmother told, being from Arkansas, being from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and maybe driving down to Louisiana or driving over deep in Oklahoma. And in that time, not being able to sleep in a hotel because they were Black. And so her father had to pull over and sleep on the side of the road. It was a sense of degradation there. And I'm a very prideful person. I don't like that. However, once again, I'm a very critical thinking person. And so I'm not just willing to be vaccinated so I can go inside of bars. One other thing, just the irony of someone having to be vaccinated to go inside a bar when alcohol kills way more people a year than COVID ever will. It's almost like having to have a dress code, having a very strict dress code to enter a crack house. It just seemed like the priorities weren't in order. You have to be safe and vaccinated before you go do this very highly addictive drug that kills people in a form of drunk driving and in bar fights and all the other alcohol poisoning. And but you have to be vaccinated before you indulge in this drug. Okay, listen, that's me. If I still, I hope I haven't lost all of you. Okay, if you are still here, I want to know, how do you feel about it, right? This is a safe space. How do you feel about the mandates? Okay, if you feel like absolutely you are you are fully vaccinated and you only feel safe around people who are vaccinated, and I want to know that, go ahead, drop it in a comment. I'm not saying that I won't respond, but I do want to know how you feel about it. Either way, if you feel like how I feel and it just seems rather ludicrous, then I want to hear that as well. But I really want to know how the tribe feels about these mandates. Okay, I want to know how you feel. This is a space where you can just go off. Okay, so that's what I have. I hope people are just doing extremely well, and subscribe to the tribe as always. And my shirt, just in case you wanted to know, says wife a Black girl, because I'm about that Black love life. All right, that's it. Peace, tribe, and another.